Let's talk about the MCP Server Factory offering. What exactly are you building for customers in those 3 to 6 weeks, which they can't build themselves? Why can't they just build their own MCP servers?
Yeah, so this is great. I think this is where things start to get very interesting. Right now, we see a lot of people building custom agents and custom MCP servers, and I really question whether you need custom agents. Right? You're seeing some stuff again in that blog posting that's coming out today, where folks like Anthropic are saying, "Hey, maybe you don't need a custom agent. Maybe use a general purpose agent like Claude Code or Codex or Goose." And what you do is you give it domain expertise. And how do you give it domain expertise? You give it a set of domain skills using things like Claude skills, right? Claude Code supports that now. OpenAI has experimental support for skills. I think we're going to see that spread out to the rest of the industry. So you take domain skills and you give domain tools. So that would be MCP servers that can do specific things for you in sort of the domain of the problem you're trying to solve. And then suddenly you take a general purpose agent and you turn it into an expert in a given domain. And I think that's more likely to be kind of how things fall rather than building lots of custom agents. Instead, what we're doing is we're figuring out what the persona is that an agent, general purpose agent needs to take on in order to solve some of these problems. So that's where sort of the MCP factory idea comes in, right? Can we make this be something where you take your domain experts and they build the skills and the domain tools, and then you put that into a library so that you're launching agents, general purpose agents like Claude, for specific tasks where they're operating in a sandbox and they're working on that specific task in that specific domain until they complete.